There is one question I'm getting all the time from people who own Canon EOS M50, and the very same question I see online. I see it in Facebook groups and other media, and the question is, what is the best lens to buy for Canon EOS M50? What other lenses should I get? What's the next lens I should buy when it comes to this camera? Well, that question I'm going to answer very honestly in today's video, and it will be based on my life experience as a photographer. And since not everyone can afford those very expensive lenses, I'm gonna be talking about budget-friendly lenses in today's video, so stay tuned, all of it is coming up. And if you are new on my channel, my name is Zdenka. I work as a professional photographer for a number of years. I am a former model and a few other things. I make tutorials here and fun vlogs. I get it, no vlogs, it's vlogs. So you might want to hit the subscribe button. In today's video, I will be talking about STM line of lenses. What does STM really means? STM means that it features Canon's stepper motor technology. Canon introduced this motor design to be a quieter and smoother focus system that allows for near silent focusing during video recording. There you have it. What is nice about it, that the price range is in hundreds, it's not in thousands like the other lines, so you will save some money on that. And if you are starting out, if you are a new photographer, that's completely ideal too for you to get. Now, that doesn't mean that you cannot make a living out of it. I'm the proof. I'm actually using it as we speak, and I'm using it for photography and other stuff. I'm selling the photos and videos, so I am making a living out of it. So I'm using it professionally as well. So yeah, it is a professional line. Just, you will save a few bucks, few $100. Well, few thousand bucks. The first lens I'm gonna be talking about, and I'm very super excited about that one, is 15 to 45 millimeter lens. It's f3.5 to 6.3 IS STM lens. Now, I'm using it as we speak. I'm recording with Canon M50, and that lens is on it right now. If you look at all my past videos, I've been pretty much shooting on this setup, and the only difference is that the previous videos are done in HD, and today I'm shooting in 4K. I want to see how the camera can handle autofocus. I want to see the quality, if it's worth it to do all my other videos in 4K as well. Also, most of my thumbnails on my videos on YouTube here I shot with this camera and this particular lens. So you can check it out and see how it performs for photography. This lens is made of plastic, which is making it very nicely light and very compact. So when I throw it in the Canon M50 and put it in my purse, I can walk around and nobody really knows I'm a photographer. That's what I prefer. I don't like to walk around with my big camera bag and sort of scream out, "Look at me, I'm a photographer." Not my style. When it comes to moisture, you have to be a little bit careful with this line of lenses, and also dust, but you are careful with your gear anyways, right? 15 to 45 millimeters is equivalent to 24 to 72 millimeters on a camera with full frame sensor. It will allow you to take stable shots because it has image stabilizer, and we all love that feature. Well, if you want to make a video with this kind of lens, you will really appreciate the silent autofocus which these STM lenses offer. It is not the fastest lens because the f is 3.5 to 6.3, but if you have good lighting conditions like this one, you will be very surprised with the results. It will impress you big time. And if you go outdoors and you shoot during very bright day, you can fit 49mm ND filter on it, which is very cheap, and that will bring it down to 3.5, so your object will be very sharp and you will get that bokeh effect behind that object. Everybody likes that look these days. It's a very nice general lens. What I love about it is the zoom, that I can actually go pretty close if I want to. I can go wide as well. And if you buy it as a kit, if you buy that camera with that lens as a kit, then you will save some money on it for sure. I have to return to ND filters. Some of you actually left me a question in the video description in my past videos asking what ND filter do I need for my lens. Well, let me help you out. When you look at the lens, like the lens is looking at me right now, look at that circle and look at the bottom number. I see 49 millimeter, that's the diameter of the filter you need for your lens. So all lenses have it written there, it's just at the bottom you see that little number. That's the filter you need to get. By the way, I linked all the lenses in the video description below, so you don't need to take a note, you can just keep watching the video, and once you are done you can just click on those links and check those lenses out. So that is the general lens, and the next step, I would most likely buy zoom lens. Especially when you travel and you see that beautiful castle in the back and you want to zoom in and take a photo of it and you don't have it. Well, I usually don't travel with the other telephoto lens I have, which is EF lens, and it's very heavy and it's very big, so it stays home, I don't travel with it. And if I had the STM line lens, it would probably fit in my bag and I would definitely take it with me. I was in Czech and Slovakia in the summer and there were so many situations I wish I had the telephoto lens. Well, when it comes to lighter telephoto lens, Canon offers EF M50 to 200 millimeter lens, which is equivalent to 88 to 320 millimeter lens on camera with full frame sensor. Also, right now it is the most powerful zoom you can get for this camera, which is Canon M50, and you know what, you can also enjoy it for portrait photos. Why do I say portrait? Well, when you look at my website and look at all the fashion and glamour shots I did of the models, they're all pretty much all done on telephoto lens. I do have 50 millimeter lens at home, but it has no zoom, and I tried it many times, I just don't like it. I don't like to always move back and forth, I'm wasting my time that way. I just like to zoom in, zoom out quickly, and I don't know, I get more for the time of working. I always like that better anyways, but everybody's different. You might enjoy the prime lenses more. It depends on your photography style. Anyways, back to 55 to 200 millimeters lens. It's light, it's great for travel. It is made of plastic, so you have to be a little bit careful when it comes to moisture and dust. The stabilizer is great, autofocus is very quiet, so it's great for photo and video. So we talked about general lens and we talked about zoom lens. There is one more lens I would definitely get, and it is the wide angle lens. Again, when you travel and you see that beautiful town square or you see some interesting interior, like in a castle, you want to take very wide shot. So for travel, you really want to go wide. And when I was in Europe, I've seen very many interesting places, but I didn't have that with me, so I couldn't get it. Here, Canon offers a wide angle lens for landscape, interiors and architecture. EF-M 11 to 22 millimeter f4 to 5.6 IS STM lens. It is equivalent to 18 to 35 millimeters on camera with full frame sensor. This lens is great for vlogging as well. It has image stabilizer and the autofocus again is very quiet. Again, it's not the best in a low light conditions because it is f4 to 5.6, but if you have good light again, you will get very good results. The minimal distance for focusing is 15 centimeters, so you can get very close. Well, I know for sure that if I had these three lenses, that's really exactly all I really need. Now, I've been shooting for 13 years. I do a lot of portraits, weddings, glamour, fashion, stock photography, sports. Did I forget anything? I don't think so. So yeah, those three lenses, that's all it is for me. But I'm a minimalist, so I don't really need crazy amount of gear to get the results and to make a living with it. Do you like macro shots? Well, I can definitely recommend one macro lens as well. I don't shoot macro photos that often, but once in a while, you know, when I'm at a wedding and I need to do some creative photos of wedding rings or another jewelry. Canon offers EF M 28mm f3.5 macro IS STM lens. 28mm is equivalent to 45mm on a camera with full frame sensor. Currently, it is the only macro lens available for Canon M50 where you actually don't need an adapter. And again, it's a very light lens and you can get very close to your subject because the focusing is only 30mm. There are two LEDs on the front of the lens, so when you are focusing on the subject, it will actually decide on its own how strong light it should use, and it will remove that shadow you might be creating by the lens, so you will get that crispy, clear, beautiful shot. And by the way, you can use this lens for portraits too. And these are all lenses if you're on a budget for Canon EOS M50. If you're a hobbyist, starting out, or you want something cheaper, my chair needs to be replaced too. That's driving me crazy today. And by the way, all the links to those lenses are in the video description below. So if you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more future videos like this. If you have any questions or comments, or just, you know what, just let me know what kind of lenses you are using. I would love to know. Please leave it in the video description below. You know I read them all and I always respond. Or if you just want to say hello, I'll say hello back to you. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one. The chair is saying bye too.